Hare Krishna, dear devotees. This is my humble obeisances. All glory Srila Prabhupada. I hope you all are well. Welcome you all to His Holiness Chandravalli Maharaja's daily call. So hope the happy Ekadashi as well. Today's Ekadashi, I hope is a very Krishna conscious and very blissful Ekadashi you're having, remembering Krishna's name, his leelas, his pastimes. So thank you so much, and thank you Shrimati Mataji for this amazing service you have given me today. I'm very sorry to everyone that you have to tolerate me, hear me, but please bear with me that, yeah, I'll try and say something on this verse and we will then discuss it more further. We have Shrimad Bhagavatam, second canto, seventh chapter, and verse number 46. And the name of the chapter is a specific income, schedule incarnation with specific functions. So just give me a second, I will share my screen and then we'll go ahead. Please, I'll keep my camera off because my network speed is not so good. So I'll just keep it on for my volume. Thank you. So we'll start with the first verse. Te ve vedanti atryanti cha deva mayam Sri Shudra Hunashabra Pipapa Jiva Yade Abhuta Karma Paryana Shila Shikshash Triyak Jana Api Kim Yushutra Dharinaye. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Surrendered souls, even from group leading sinful lives, such as women, the liberal class, the mountaineers, and the Siberians, or even the birds and beasts, can also know about the science of Godhead and become liberated from the clutches of the illusory energy by surrendering unto the pure devotees of the Lord and by following in their footsteps in devotional service. Purport. Sometimes there are inquiries as to how one can surrender unto the Supreme Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita 1866, the Lord asked Arjuna to surrender unto him. And therefore, a person unwilling to do so questioned where God is and to whom they should surrender. The answer to such questions or inquiries is given herein very properly. The personality of Godhead may not be present before one's eyes, but if one is sincere in wanting such guidance, the Lord will send a bona fide person who can guide one properly back home, back to Godhead. There is no need of material qualifications for making progress on the path of spiritual realization. In the material world, when one accepts some particular type of service, he is required to possess some particular type of qualification also. Without this, one is unfit for such service. But in the devotional service of the Lord, the only qualification required is surrender. Surrendering oneself is in one's own hand. If one likes, he can surrender himself without delay, and that begins his spiritual life. The bona fide representative of God is as good as God Himself. Or, in other words, the loving representative of the Lord is more kind and more easy to approach. A sinful soul cannot approach the Lord directly, but such a sinful man can very easily approach a pure devotee of the Lord. And if one agrees to put himself under the guidance of such a devotee of the Lord, he can also understand the science of God and can also become like the transcendental pure devotees of the Lord and thus get liberation back to Godhead, back home for eternal happiness. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnanam Jalashalakya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Vishnupadaya. चारिणे विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चदे सतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासाति गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय. So this verse is very important verse actually. So till now we have seen that from verse number from beginning of this chapter to verse number 41. The incarnations, details of the incarnations has been explained in this chapter. However, from verse number 42 to 46, what is happening is Lord is, Lord Brahma is talking, Brahmaji is talking about the devotees of the Lord. So this is the last verse in this series of verses, where Brahmaji is concluding the importance and potency of surrendering to the pure devotees. From this verse onwards, Brahmaji will be talking about the different aspects of the Lord. So this verse specifically talks about two things. One is surrender, and second is pure devotees. In between is what Brahmaji is saying about the women, liberal class, mountaineers, Siberians, birds and beasts. So this is the group which has been defined, but anyone can fall either in this group or outside of this group. It doesn't matter. If we are in the material world, we are as kind of a degraded, like and we are living in the platform of Shudras anyway, and we have many a baggage of sins we are carrying. So we don't know. We are here basically suffering. We don't understand that, but. So this verse talks about, first of all, surrender. And surrender to whom? Surrender to the pure devotees of the Lord. So Prabhupada has explained in this verse, starting from, first of all, we need to understand that in the first, when Arjuna was confused and he didn't know what to do, he was bewildered, and he didn't know if fight or not fight. And he comes completely, after all the questioning he does, and then finally he doesn't understand what he needs to do. And then he says to Krishna, Karparne dosha uphat swabhava pashyami tvam dharma samuna chetam yashe yashyasya nishitam bruhitanme sishyasteham shadi mam tvam prapanyam. So Arjuna is saying that now I'm confused and bewildered, and I have the soul surrender onto you. So please guide me, please instruct me what to do. So finally, Arjuna himself, surrendered to the Lord, and then Krishna speaks the whole Bhagavad Gita, and in number of verses, Krishna gives so many instructions. And in between, Krishna also tells him that Yat karoshi yad ashnashi yad juhosi dadasi yat yas tapshashi konteya yat korosha mat arpanam. So Krishna is saying that whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, you do that as a offering to me. And then in 1866, when Krishna says Sarva Dharma Pariteja, so Krishna gives from starting to end. Krishna is teaching us how to surrender onto Him and make our life successful. However, we have to always remember that many times we feel that we are not in the position, we are very fallen, and devotees are especially are very humble souls, and they are always in inferiority complex, as I feel always that I'm always feel inferiority. And maybe many of you also feel that we don't know if we'll make it or not make it. We always have fear that what will happen. But this verse gives us a hope, saying that if we surrender to the pure devotees of the Lord, then there is a way. Then we can come out of the clutches of illusory energy of the Lord. And then there is, so first, if we talk about, surrendering to the Lord Himself, uh, so there is, Krishna asks for so many things to be, you have to purify yourself, you have to have some sort of qualities. Krishna says, if this type of devotees are very I prefer this type of devotees, I like this type of devotees. Krishna gives so many qualities of devotees in so many different chapters. Krishna gives that you should have humility, you should you should have control, you should control your senses, and you should detach yourself, and you should have knowledge about me, you should become my ananya bhakta, Krishna says. And so Krishna says that this type of devotees are very, very dear to me. So those who surrender to the Lord, and who pray to the Lord, who bow down to Him, this type of devotees are very dear to Krishna. But when we come in Kali Yuga, And then none of those, Krishna has given so many options that if you can't do this, you do that. If you can't do this, so Krishna says, if you can't, surrender, you give up your results of your activities. If you can't do that, then meditate on my form. If you can't do that, try and gain knowledge about me. If you can't do that, you just meditate on me. So Krishna gives so many instructions, different steps for us, different ways to go around in Kali Yuga, because he knew what we can do and we can't do. And then Krishna has so mercifully, you know, has come in Kali Yuga in the form of Mahaprabhu and try to distribute his own love to us. So, so there are different ways we can, we can understand this, the position of the Lord and how he has done what he has done for us. So there are a number of examples I wanted to actually discuss and talk about, which will be really good to understand that um, that how the surrendered soul in the past got delivered, and that gives us some hope that we have, there is a success waiting for us. There is a um, ray of light is there. So first of all, I thought of example of Gajendra. He was an animal, and though in his previous life he was a king, but in that particular life he was an animal. And we all know the past time that how a crocodile for 1,000 years he was bitten up by his legs were bitten up by the crocodile, and how he remembered the prayers from within his heart, what he used to offer in his previous birth, and how he picked up the lotus flower and offered to the Lord, calling him for help. So that is the point when he completely surrendered, and Lord heard it. And then it says in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord came running with Garuda to deliver Gajendra. So that is one of the pastime. Then we think about this verse talk about the woman, and especially so many times in quite a few verses we hear about women uh, that they kind of, I won't say they are not intelligent or they cannot be pure devotees of the Lord. But if we see sometime that we can't put so much logical argument, we are not very expert in that, but we can be definitely a pure devotees of the Lord, as we can see the examples from Bhagavatam, Shrimati Kunti Maharani. Then we have heard of Shabri, we have heard of Ahilya, how Lord has delivered them. Then Draupadi is there, so many devotees, the gopis of Vrindavan, Mother Yashoda. So they were all women. so so we have a chance as being a woman, that Lord's mercy is not dependent on the caste, color, region, type of people we are. It does not at all. Lord has delivered the trees, the Arjuna trees, as we have discussed, in Damodar Leela, we know Lord has delivered the woman, Lord has delivered the beast and the birds. So Lord has delivered all different types of people. So it clearly shows that his mercy and his devotees' mercy are not dependent on the type of people we are, but it depends on the purity we have and the surrender we have and the desire to connect with the Lord. So there are a few more examples I had about Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Prakashananda Saraswati as well. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a very logical person, and the other day we were reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita that he was the he would win any logics, and he used to run schools, and he was at the position that he would win any logic from anyone. And when he met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he basically understood the true meaning of Vedanta, and he became the devotee of the Lord. He surrendered to Mahaprabhu. Then about Prakashananda Saraswati. So Guru Maharaj always says, Mayavadis are Krishna Aparadhi. So what to talk about the woman and birds and beasts, if someone who is making an offense to the Lord. So if you know, we all know the pastimes of in Banaras, when Mahaprabhu goes and he delivers the whole group of Mayavadis who got gathered, who were gathered at Prakashananda Saraswati's house, and they were thinking that this Mahaprabhu, this Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, is a madman. He just dances and sing. He doesn't do anything. But then when they saw the humility of the Lord, the effulgent coming from his body, they all surrendered and became the devotees of the Lord. So these are some of the pastimes. I was thinking then Jagai and Madhai, who were actually, who surrendered to the, who make an offense to the pure devotee of the Lord, was Nityananda. And then completely when they took the darshan of Mahaprabhu, they surrendered, and and they were also delivered. Then I was thinking of the example of a dog who got delivered by Mahaprabhu. And in this place, there is a, there is a Kulina Gram in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This place comes, and Mahaprabhu says that even the dogs of this place are dear to me. So think about think about Mahaprabhu's mercy, and we should feel so fortunate, and we should be very grateful that Lord has given us His mercy in Kali Yuga for us. Then there is a pastime comes of Haridas Thakur and the prostitute. So this is the pastime that actually gives us example of what is the potency and power of the pure devotees of the Lord. So Haridas Thakur, this prostitute, as we all know, that she was Maya Devi and she wanted to disturb Haridas Thakur. She was there for 3 nights, but she couldn't disturb Haridas Thakur. And by the mercy of Haridas Thakur, and by hearing the true chanting, the pure chanting of him, she herself became the devotee of the Lord. So we all have a chance, because we have Srila Prabhupada came here, in Western world, Eastern world, everywhere. Srila Prabhupada has given so much mercy to all of us, uh, to to deliver us, to give us. And Srila Prabhupada himself had delivered so much malicious, and even continued to do his through his books, through his process of bhakti, of chanting, of prasad distribution, of book distribution, by Rath Yatra, by the temples, by the darshan of Shri Shri Radha Krishna everywhere in all the temples, by propagating the holy name in every town and village. By his movement himself, he has tried and delivered all the malicious in all the 4 corners of the world. So this is very important for us to understand that. So if we think about, that if we don't touch if there is a big pot on the gas, and if we don't touch the fire directly, if you touch the fire directly, you will burn your hand. But if you touch the big pot, which has been on the hob for some time, if you touch the hot pot, then you will burn your hand as well. In the same way, Lord's pure devotees are directly connected with the Lord, so they are as good as fire. They are, they're as potent, and and they have so much mercy flowing, ready to give to us, ready to to be with us. But it just depend on us, that how do we take it, if we take it or not take it. This verse talks about, there is one more thing which I wanted to think actually, uh, is this is, yeah, Shila Shikshash. So this 2 words is very important for us to understand. Shila and Shikshash. So what we need to do is, we need to learn this Shila and Shikshash. It means by behavior. We need to learn by behavior, and we need to get trained by the pure devotees of the Lord. That's how we will do it. So our behavior should follow how the pure devotees do it. So for example, if pure devotees, like for example, Chandramouli Maharaj. So what the disciples should do is follow his and her spiritual master, whatever they are doing. If they are following Srila Prabhupada's movement, we should follow Srila Prabhupada's movement. If they are chanting 16 rounds, we should chant 16 rounds. If they are doing Ekadashi, we should do Ekadashi. So this is how we take the small steps, and then we follow it. We do the big things. So this is why it's very important to be able to understand and follow the instructions as it is been given, not just doing in thinking in our hand, that we do what we want to do. No, we need to follow what the pure devotees of the Lord do, by hook or crook. By we don't use our brain. If Maharaj is saying something, then do that. If Prabhupada has written something in the books, that means something. So our behavior, we need to follow our behavior, our training, our instructions. Everything should be as per the pure devotees of the Lord. And we have to remember that is not only about following the spiritual master. It's about the following the instructions of the management in the temple. It's hearing the authority. It's about being grateful, being always compassionate, and to the local congregation, to the senior devotees, to the junior devotees, to all the devotees. Whoever chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Mahaprabhu has said that even if someone chants Hare Krishna mantra just once, he is the devotee of the Lord. So we should set that in our mind that whoever is chanting is a devotee of the Lord. So these things we need to, I know sometimes it becomes very difficult to do that, but every time when there is offense is going to be happen, or we are going to do something wrong, or we are going to think something wrong about someone, then we have to keep reminding again and again to us that, remember, this is Krishna's devotee. Who you're dealing with is Krishna's devotee. So we have to be always careful, because Krishna is always watching his devotees. Krishna's eyes are always on his devotees, thinking that who is hurting my devotees, who is doing bad things, who is thinking bad things about my devotees. And then Krishna doesn't become happy. Krishna becomes dishappy. Krishna is not at all pleased with your services. Whatever you do, go to waste. So as Chaitanya Charitamrita says that offending a Vaishnava is like a mad elephant in a garden who can ruin everything. So we have to always remember these things in our mind, that either we do 10 hours of service and 5 minutes of offense. That's it, all gone in water. So so this is why devotees have to be always calm, controlled, and sensible in their dealings with Vaishnavas. And then we will make progress. And we have to always, especially senior devotees and spiritual master, has to be taken care properly. And there should be love. There should not be any fear with devotees and the spiritual master. Listen, when there is a loving relationship, then everything goes. Like, even Srimati Radhika used to get upset with Krishna because she was a pure devotee, and Krishna used to like that. So how in Damodar Leela we see that Mother Yashoda was running behind Krishna with the stick. We are nowhere near at that, a position, in that pure loving position. But the example I'm giving is just to explain that when there is love, then devotees and Vaishnavas don't mind here and there little bit arguments, or not agreeing upon some things. But if there is no love, then you can clearly see that that relationship is bitter. So we have to always remember that um, if we follow the pure devotees of the Lord uh, in our services, in our instructions, in their instructions, in our sadhana, then, as this purpose says, verse says, that we can be liberated from the clutches of illusory energy. So I thought it'd be really good to read the translation of this particular bhajan, which are really, this beautiful bhajan. We won't be singing. I've got terrible voice. I wish Srimati Mataji was here. Sridevi Mataji, she would have sang it right nicely. But what we're going to do is because we're talking about the pure devotee of the Lord, and and a spiritual master is definitely a pure devotee of the Lord. So we should see what what prayers we are going to make to our spiritual master. So we're going to read the translation of this, and then the translation of Ohe Vaishnava Thakur, and this will help us understand the complete meaning of this verse, that how important is to surrender and beg for the mercy from the pure devotees of the Lord to be able to help us deliver. So let's read this. Gurudeva, O spiritual master, give to this servant just one drop of mercy. I am lower than a blade of grass. Give me all help, give me strength Let me be as you are without desires and aspirations. See, I'm lower than a blade of grass. Give me all help, give me strength. So we have to remember that we are nothing, we are nowhere. And then we can sing this bhajan with purity. I offer you all respect, for thus I may have the energy to know you correctly. Then, by chanting the holy name in great ecstasy, all my offenses will cease. When will such mercy fall to this one who is weak and devoid of intelligence? Allow me to be with you. If you examine me, you will find no qualities. Your mercy is all that I am made of. If you are not merciful unto me, I can only weep and I will not be able to maintain my life. So, this bhajan was written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur so beautifully, showing us that how we should beg for the mercy from our spiritual master. And if we don't have that humility and that surrender to the pure devotees of the Lord, then life becomes very difficult. Then we think that we are something, then we will not be able to make progress. So we have to always remember that we do not have any qualities, and by the mercy of the spiritual master, we can connect to Krishna. He is one we can who can deliver us. And then we'll read the translation of Ohe Vaishnava Thakur. This is also beautiful translation. O venerable Vaishnava, devotee of Krishna, O ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Teach me to control my six passions, rectify my six faults, bestow me the six qualities, and offer unto me the six kinds of holy association. I do not find the strength to carry on alone the Sankirtan of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just one drop of faith with which to obtain the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is yours. You have the power to give to him. I am simply your servant, running behind you, shouting, Krishna, Krishna. So we have this last comment, paragraph explains about the six fault and qualities. The six passions are those pertaining to words, the mind, anger, the tongue, the stomach, and the genitals. The six faults are overeating, attachment to material things, inability to follow regulatory principles, sense gratification, useless idle talk, and impure habits. The six positive qualities are enthusiasm in practicing devotional service, firm faith in devotional processes, a strong desire to attain prema bhakti, a favorable service attitude, avoidance of non devotees, and appreciation of the company of devotees. The six methods of association are to go to an assembly of devotees, to invite devotees into one's home, to discuss and hear devotional topics, to take the Mahaprasad of devotees, and to offer Mahaprasad to devotees. So this things actually talk about this bhajan talks about all the six things what we need to avoid and what six things we need, the qualities and the association. So yeah, please sometime whenever you have time, try and sing these bhajans. This will give you, now and then a glimpse of the importance of the Vaishnavas in our life, and how fortunate we are that we are in the association of the devotees, and how important their association in our life. Because without the devotees association, we will not be able to progress. And it's so many times when we have loving relationship with devotees, they pray for us to devote to the Lord, and Lord becomes more pleased, and Lord hear their prayers. So we need the prayers of the devotees, their blessings, their mercy, their association, to be able to progress ourselves. And one thing is about that, what is the fun going back alone? We want to go back together, we want to take everyone together. So, and this is why we should also try and preach, uh, because what happens that most of us, I'm not sure if what you had, in my life Sukha Hava came. She changed my life like about 16, 17 years back. She introduced me to Krishna. So she's basically, she's my guru, Siksha Guru. And many of you, like, Lord doesn't come. Lord came in Mahaprabhu's form, but, Lord is still here in the form of prasad, in the form of holy name. But still, the personal touch, the handing over of the prasad, the handing over of the holy name, taking us to the temple, so many things that has been done only by the devotees. They go out and distribute books, they distribute prasad, they go and do harinam. So who is the more merciful? Even Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, who's spreading the mercy? Came to give the mercy. And after Prabhupada, all the sannyasis, all the devotees of the Lord, Prabhupada's followers are distributing the mercy. So they are all very compassionate souls. And this is why we should always remember that even if there are faults here and there, little bit, we should try and tolerate, but we should always remember that they are the most merciful and compassionate souls on this Mother Earth planet, who are trying to deliver the whole world. So we need to hold each other's hands and glorify each other's services, and be grateful to their association, and always remember that without them the progress is very slow. Even I would say there is no progress. So yeah, let's try and follow the footsteps of our spiritual masters, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Mahaprabhu, and then go back home, back to Godhead. Thank you so much for your time and association. I'll stop here. And if there are any questions, comments, realization, please let me. I won't be able to maybe answer questions. Oh, Shridevi Mataji is here. That makes me very happy. So yeah, so we can now take questions because Shridevi Mataji is on the call. And there are quite a few. Okay. So there is a comment from Rishabh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, comment. When we develop true, strong desire and determination to attain Prema Bhakti, then we will need many, many years until we attain it. Hopefully, we don't have time. True. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yes, Devi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Our Guru Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev.
Please accept mine. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Gurudev. Thank you for a very, very nice class. You touched on so many important points in our bhakti. You spoke about allegiance to Guru, obedience to Guru, dutifulness. You spoke about good Vaishnava etiquette. You spoke about learning how to be gentle in our dealings. And that struck me as really, really important, because without nice Vaishnava etiquette, we will make offenses, and that will just sorry, block our progress in bhakti. Because you rightly said, we may do 10 wonderful things, different services, but one negative interaction can leave a lot of bad feelings, and then that sticks in the memory. Oh, why she said this, why he did that. And we just don't want to hurt even an ant, what to speak of another Vaishnav. So how careful we must be in our dealings. So you touched upon so many important topics, and I'm still meditating on them, my dear Satyabhama. Then you also spoke about mercy of Vaishnav, how Sukavaha came into your life, and how that changed everything for you, because you got the mercy of Prabhupada and Gurudev through her. So devotee association is really, what to say, our life. Without association of devotees, we cannot hope to learn about devotional service or serve the Vaishnavas or get the mercy of the Lord, because Krishna is not going to come directly to my door, knock on the door and say, here, take mercy. He comes through his devotees. And he says his devotees are dearer to him than life itself.
Mm-hmm.
So very nice, very comprehensive, very, very impressive. Sukava must be very proud of her little protege.
Yes, no, not proud, but
Very,
at least
very
I'm
happy
trying to do
to
something.
say. Very happy to see this. Thank you so much, Satyabhama. I'm busy packing, because after this I'll be cooking for Gurudev, and then we'll
Oh,
be heading
Krishna.
to that airport. So I'm here online, but I'll just be mute.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mataji. Jai. Nice to see you.
Nice to see
Mark.
you. Are you coming to Sadhu Sangha by any chance?
No, Mataji.
No, no.
Not
But
that much
Srimati
blessing
is
is not come yet.
coming. Yeah, Srimati and her family are coming. Revati and her family are coming.
Yes,
So
yes.
that will, I look forward to that.
That's
Hare
nice.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you. I'm
Krishna.
listening. I'll just be
Oh,
on
thank you,
mute.
Mataji. Thank you so much. Mohakshini Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Um, I recognize that you spoke about pure devotees. So for me, it is like really difficult in uh, this time, like in Kali Yuga, to recognize a pure devotee. Maybe you have some instruction or yeah. I don't have a clue how to recognize a pure devotee.
Yeah, so pure devotees, actually devotion is, you can clearly see from surrender. So in ISKCON, definitely I would say all the sannyasis who have surrendered their life completely to Srila Prabhupada, to this movement, they are definitely pure devotees of the Lord. And there is no definition actually. There are so many hidden devotees who are not even surrendered. They are living in Grasta life, like Bhakti Vinod Thakur. You know, he was a Grasta, but he was a pure devotee of the Lord. Arjuna was Grasta, he was a pure devotee of the Lord. So there is no Varna or ashram applies to a devotee. A Brahman, a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, or a Shudra can be a pure devotees of the Lord. Or any Grasta or Sannyasi, Brahmachari, they can be pure devotees of the Lord. So as I mentioned that Mahaprabhu said that whoever is chanting the Lord's name, he is the devotee of the Lord. So we shouldn't actually, sometimes we get so many judgmental in our thinking. That is he a pure devotee? We start judging that how is his sadhana going? Is he doing his rounds in the morning or in the evening, or is he sleeping when he's doing chanting, or he's not serving, is coming sometime, is not coming sometime. So thing is that when we start to judge devotees, and because we don't know their lifestyle, we don't know what is going on with them. But Lord knows everything, whatever they're doing in sadhana, they're trying their best. So we shouldn't entangle ourselves in thinking that who is pure devotees. Definitely spiritual master is, followed. Is the pure devotee of the Lord. But whoever is around us, we should definitely think that, they are all devotees. They're, whatever level they are, um, because we all have a different journeys, we have different, baggage, we have different issues, our mental status, our conditioning, everything is different. So we are all, progressing, marching towards one way. So it's more important that even if we have a different circumstances, different issues, different sadhana levels, but we need to always remember that we all are marching in the same direction. Yeah, that makes more big. And we should always remember that he or she is also planning to go to the same place where I'm planning to go. He or she is also trying to do the same thing what I'm trying to do. So we are all at our different levels, we know, with different struggles or challenges, we are trying to serve the Lord. So so we should definitely appreciate and be grateful to each other. And yeah, pure devotees, there is, anyone can be pure devotee. Even if someone's sadhana is not so good, if someone is struggling maybe, so we can't actually judge that who is a pure devotee. But definitely, in Srila Prabhupada's movement, whoever is, all the sannyasis we see, and many other grastas as well, who are running the temples, who are doing so many other things in different places in India, in America, in Europe, everywhere. There are many devotees hidden who are definitely at very, very high level. So yeah, that's my thinking on this. But if anyone has any other comment, then please, it would be really nice to hear. Yeah. Does it explain, Makshani Radhika?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But I would like to have a
And
little bit deeper. Maybe it's not for this call, but
more deeper
some other
answer,
time.
yes, that who can be pure devotee, yes, yeah. We can maybe look for the, give me a second minute. I will just search something.
I mean, like, um,
Yes,
I
go on.
don't think our Guru Maharaj is not pure devotee, but there are also
So see,
situations
this is I will share
where,
this with you.
yeah,
Characteristics. Let
where,
me share my screen with you in a minute. Yeah, just give me a minute.
okay. Mhm.
Oops. So this is I've searched for the characteristics of a pure devotee of the Lord. So see, this explains this little bit maybe.
Mhm. Chapter
Characteristics
7 to
of the
12.
sign of a pure devotee. So
Uh-huh.
pure devotees whose characteristics are mentioned here engage themselves fully in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Their minds cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of Lord. Their talks are solely on the transcendental subjects. The symptoms of the pure devotees are described in this verse. Specifically, devotees of the Supreme Lord are 24 hours daily engaged in glorifying the qualities and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Their hearts and souls are constantly submerged in Krishna, and they take pleasure in with discussing him with other devotees. So this is see, Srila Prabhupada has given so nicely. Then again, there are so many things Prabhupada has given. It's out to here. Yeah, so such devotees are never unkind to others, but none of them who ever expected. None of the devotees who have ever contacted the Lord by direct communication, communal, or otherwise can leave him for a moment. That is the attitude of a pure devotee. Is it making sense, Mahakshni? The pure
Yes,
devotee.
now I
Yeah,
see.
see, Srila Prabhupada's words make sense. The pure devotees are of one type only because they have no other object for service but the Lord. Then, by their actions, the pure devotees of the Lord can render any place into a place of pilgrimage, and the holy places are worth the name only on their account. The devotee never goes against the will of the Lord. That is a sign of a pure devotee. So in 10.9 is also the qualities of the devotees has been explained. It is usual for the devotee to become very enthusiastic whenever they are questioned concerning the Almighty personality of Godhead. So they're always eager to talk about Krishna. They're very enthusiastic about talk about Krishna. A pure devotee accepts everything in the senses, in the sense of serving the Lord. The most important characteristics of a pure devotee is that he is not lampata or like I don't know the meaning of this actually. I'd have to see. So the pure devotee is never interested in material topics. Yeah, so there's so many things that has been Prabhupada is a long list of things, but yeah, this gives us a kind of hint that a pure devotee is always engaged in the Lord's service and is 24 hours he's thinking about the Lord, talking about the Lord. And so as we can see from the pure devotees, gopis of Vrindavan were pure devotees of the Lord. And all the Brajvasis were actually pure devotees of the Lord. Dwarkavasis were pure devotees of the Lord. So we can see how they were all constantly engaged in the service of the Lord. Does it help, Mahakshni?
Yes, thank you. I will look into it a
Yes,
little bit
I'll share
deeper.
that with you.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Nice question. There is Bhaktin Boni has said some symptoms of pure devotee is not a tinge of hypocrisy, shows love for all living entities. Pure devotees giving some message as their guru. Yeah, so Shwesha Prabhu is saying, I heard pure devotees can be on Kanishta, Madhya, and Uttama Adhikari. Yes, so maybe they didn't act full on a pure level, but the attitude, desires, and activities are always directed to Guru and Krishna. Thank you. Thanks everyone for your comments. Trapti Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna to all dear devotees, all Vaishnavas, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for a wonderful, wonderful insight of this class. Really, very good information in details. And yes, I just wanted to share a little bit about these pure devotees, that we shouldn't get, in my views, that we shouldn't get confused about pure devotees who are just like following the four principles and going to the temples, or doing this devotional service and all that. Is much, much deeper and much more than that. It's like in living in everyday life, showing kindness, compassionate to every living entities, and always helpful to Vaishnavas, and following the obviously Guru Maharaj's instructions. And I think that is more, there's so much important. That's when you can recognize the pure devotee, that how they are conducting themselves, how their attitude is toward devotional service, and always eager to do the devotional service. In my opinion, that way you can recognize a pure devotee, not just following four principles, or
Oh, yes.
doing the services at home. That is all very important. That is all basis of it. But more than that is in actual real life, in real time, how on the moment, how you act, whether when you are with devotees or with non-devotees, how you are with, how you are, just be nice. Being nice is so important for devotee.
Yes.
Then you can be approachable, and then other devotees, or somebody who's confused, or I am all the time confused about questions and answer things, that somebody's approachable, then is nice to you and understand you, then you can go to them. And those are the qualities of devotees, that they're always there to help and lift the other devotees who are just in the base of, or a starting point of their journey of Krishna consciousness, and who always there to lift. And that is, I always mention this to everybody, that in our local temple in South Norwood, that is where all our devotees and all senior devotees, they are all mentors, and they are always there to help, and they always lift you up, and they always know that something's bothering you, they come and ask you. And those are the qualities of true devotees, that who are not just on the path on their own, and just want to be the top dog kind of thing. They want to lift, and they want to carry everybody together. They want everybody to go to Godhead and be good in Krishna consciousness. That is my views on
Thank
this.
you. So
Thank you.
beautiful.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much for sharing, Mataji. Jai Hare Krishna. There is a comment from Vrishabh Prabhu saying that devotees equals to spiritual equals to Krishna's pleasure. Religionist equals to ritual for Krishna for self benefit. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. That's very nice equation you put together. Any other questions, comments, realization from anyone? Okay. There is no
I would
question.
have
Yes, go on.
I would have a follow-up question. How to raise a pure devotee?
How to raise? It means your child?
Mhm.
How to raise? This is a very nice question, actually. So, actually, children do what parents do. So, you have to do whatever is required to be a pure devotee, and then your child will automatically become pure devotee. Yeah. So always have a very nice routine, japa time, family time. Japa should be a family time, not alone. It shouldn't be like you give a bead back to your son and your daughter and ask them to chant. Sit with them, read with them, go to temple with them. Have your behavior, as we were talking about Vaishnava etiquette, have your behavior very nice in front of your in front of your children, not in front of your children, just in front of your children. You should be like, you should be always be like that only. So things like that look, love, pure devotees means those who are in complete surrender, complete service of the Lord, and they are in love with the Lord. Yeah, they love the Lord. So you have to show your children that you love Krishna, and then like dressing the deities together. It's a beautiful service when you can do with your children, and it will build the relationship with Krishna, and they will automatically become pure devotees. So more important to bring that love. Prabhupada always used to, everyone used to ask Prabhupada, what will please you, Prabhupada? Would the book distribution will please you? Would opening the temples will please you? Would reading Srimad Bhagavatam will please you? What will please you the most? So Prabhupada said that if you become a pure devotee and go back home, that will please me the most. So we all have to try. And becoming pure devotees, who can go back? Who has the loving relationship with the Lord, who feels immense separation from the Lord. So we have to make sure that our children have that loving, strong bond with Krishna. And that's it then. Yeah, he will become a pure devotee. So you have to have that loving, sweet, beautiful relationship with the Lord, and show to the kids as well that how to establish that relationship. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam. Hannah? I hope that answers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. You will be fine, Mahakshni. Don't worry. So Vrishabh Prabhu is saying, teach them to follow and selflessly serve pure devotees. That is also a very good point. Then they will give everything from that. So that get everything from that. So that is very good point, Vrishabh Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yes, we should teach them how to serve the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas in general, in congregation, and the pure devotees as well. Like, how to bow down when Guru Maharaj comes, what to do, what not to do, how to please him, do anything which pleases spiritual master, basically pure devotees. So yeah, there are a few things which you can try. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so there are no questions. We are almost reaching. So because it's Ekadashi and Maharaj always likes to, at least chant. So it'll be nice to do just one round of. Oh, Sukhava Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to Guru Maharaj and assembled devotees.
Okay.
First of all, let me tell you, I didn't do anything for you. You did everything with your effort and endeavor. So please don't listen to Satyabhama, whatever she said. It's not true. It was her desire to be Krishna conscious, okay? I didn't do anything. Monasini Mastaji, I would like to add one point, which is Srila Prabhupada said that treat your child like, prince from 1 to 5 age. Then from 5 to 11, teach them the discipline and then become their friend. So that way, raising children, that was one point. I just wanted to mention that this is what it is. That's what Srila Prabhupada wanted us to say.
Okay, so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Sukhava.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.